Questions? Operations report, Steve.
Good morning, Mr. President, members of the board. I wanted to give you a brief update on operations readiness for Green Line operation here coming up, as Fred said, in 30 days from now. We've been talking about this for a long time. We're about ready to birth this thing and start carrying passengers, so we're all excited about that in the operating department. One of the major milestones in any opening is safety certification. We are just about complete with complete safety certification. That is every aspect of our system going through a task list to ensure that our system is safe to operate revenue service on. It's an extensive list. There's a number of things that are on that list that the I's still have to be dotted and the T's crossed. But everything that we have to work with has been identified, and we've been considered safe to open. So there's no stumbling blocks there for us as we finish our paperwork and accept our vehicles into revenue service, the new Type 4s. Recently, ODOT conducted their pre-revenue audit and peer review of our system with very favorable results. So we look positive with our partners looking forward to operation. In the rail operator training, another key part of the new alignment, also with the introduction of new equipment, is currently underway with 16 operators now remaining to be trained to operate this new Type 4 vehicle in the environment which we operate. So we're right on schedule with our integrated effort with capital projects engineering to ensure that we're ready to turn over, Neil's ready to turn over operations to us for pre-revenue August 30th and revenue service September 12th. Back in July, all of our rail operators assigned or picked their work for the upcoming new service. The last 4 operators needed for pre-revenue and then revenue service in September will move over next week. We need 160 operators to operate, rail operators to operate our new service. That's an increase of about 35, 36 operators from the existing system that we currently operate today. As we said, as Fred mentioned, simulated service on the Green Line starts August 30th, but with that simulated service also starts the rerouting of the Yellow Line across the new mall. So we're partnering with our marketing and communications department for public outreach to ensure when we're operating the Yellow Line on the new mall that will be in revenue service, and we're operating the Green Line, it will not be in revenue service, but will be under the simulated service for us to work out any bugs that we have in the projected service delivery. We also have increased our efforts recently with our field supervision. Our field supervisors for years now have been very familiar with the existing light rail cars that we have. But when you introduce a new line and a new piece of equipment, you have to get the supervisors up to speed on responding to emergencies. So we've had them through the familiarization of the vehicle. They've been on the ground through the system looking at the new interlockings. Our next 4-hour phase that starts on Monday is getting the supervisors in the cabs of the new Type 4 cars so they get the view through the windshield like the operator, so they see what the new interlockings, where the Green Line connects over at Gateway and where we spin off at Steel Bridge for the new mall, see what that looks like for the operators, so when they're called into action, they have a complete picture of what happens out there and they can respond ready to assist. Light rail vehicles, critical to the opening. We need 18 cars or 9 trains to operate the Green Line service. We have right now accepted 3 2-car trains that are currently running in revenue service. If you're out there, you might see them. We've been very strategic in making sure that one of them is assigned yellow, one of them is assigned blue line, and one of them is assigned red line through this interim period. So all of our customers get an opportunity to experience the new car and look and marvel at the differences between the older vehicles and the newer vehicles. We also have an opportunity to rotate those through the different operators that probably went through training maybe 6 months, 8 months ago. They get a refresher real quick on operating the new equipment. There is a different control panel. We're one that we're talking with Clackamas Town Center Mall Management Group on shared responsibilities for what goes on in the garage and what doesn't. We have our new Transit Police Precinct that's opening up shortly before Revenue Service. That's going to be in the basement or the bottom floor of that garage. We're looking for good things from the South Precinct. And we've got the next 2 weeks finalizing the existing contracts and the responsibilities for all the amenities that were provided with the Green Line. The electrical systems, the facilities, the landscaping, the park and ride lots. So we get a clean turnover from our contractors. As you've heard before, we've got grand opening celebrations for September 12th. We're looking for Family Day this Sunday for TriMet to be able to experience prior to Revenue Service what the Green Line will show us in terms of our service expansion. And one thing that I'd like to mention is that, you know, as we look today at the MAX expansion, we must not forget about the service that we provide to the Tri-County region. We have a large system. We've got light rail, we've got paratransit, we've got commuter rail, and what anchors all that is our bus system. And a lot of times that gets overlooked in the fanfare of the opening. But without the bus system anchoring our transit services, we wouldn't be half as successful as we are with our rail build-out. So I want to give a heads up to the bus operating groups out there. And with that, that concludes my report.
Questions?